right now going live on Zoom. You should be getting a notice momentarily.
So all of
Thank
our
you.
sets will be recorded because I watch them every week just to see, how, if anything worked or didn't work.
Here.
Yeah, I don't have any way to manipulate it and pull off my set for myself, so that's why.
Oh, I
That's
see what
awesome.
you're saying.
Yeah, thank you.
Understood. We'll
What
just
she's saying without saying it is she doesn't want to watch you, Alan.
No, come on.
Do you think anybody, honestly, do you think I watch anybody else's set? No, I watch my
No,
set.
I don't think that you do, but you're
Yeah.
very self-involved, and we've all known that for some time.
Well, I'm the first to admit that,
Um,
but I'm just saying, so she's trying to figure out how to get an excerpt so she doesn't have to
yeah,
edit it.
right here. You don't have to say she.
if I had the level of humor as many guests on this show, I'd probably spend more time watching Mike to get better.
Yeah, that's true. Not nobody in this room. Nobody
But-
here right now.
What everyone
the
was
other-
waiting for was the.
No, what I
insult
meant
to
was-
Mike.
What I meant was Mike. What I meant was Mike and my set. That's what I meant.
Right.
That's what I meant to say.
See, I avoided zinging Alan directly, and
I got distracted
complimented
though. I got distracted.
Those were.
Yeah, I know. It's
It's like my new
problem
comedy,
is
judo.
it's that sort of semi-blindness in the face.
No, I got distracted because I was thinking about my mother right now, and some things I
Mm.
need to do for her. But
Were
And
you?
you guys are right, Sukumer.
Jesus Christ, Alan. That is so fucking low. That is-
And I agree with
My brother-
everything.
Yeah, you got to drive her to chemo in the morning, don't you, Alan?
oh my god,
And I agree with everything we said about Sukumer. I don't
I
know.
thought we weren't gonna mention that again.
Hey, Sukumer, good to see you.
Hey,
Sukumar,
hey,
what's going
hey.
on?
Oh.
Sukumar's here.
Whoa.
And for everybody who
Um,
just joined us, like Sukumar, welcome to the Open Mic Comedy Show. It has one host only, and he's very funny. Would you please give a round of applause to Mike Langworthy, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yes. My name is Mike. Don't patronize me, Chuck Langworthy. I'm the host of the show tonight. I hope Ned Rice has just
Got
entered
him.
the room. I think
Got
we
him.
should admit him. That means we'll have to stop talking. Anyway. Ned is here, and I'm really, really happy to hear that. He asked for an early spot because he's selfish, and because
See, I'm not the only one. I'm not the
yeah.
only selfish
Well,
person on the
comics
show.
are selfish by nature. you
Does he
know?
know about Alan's mom and her needs?
Does he ever? Are you kidding me? He's been satisfied for years.
Dad called about my mother last night.
Oh,
Knows,
hey,
yes.
just because she's your mother doesn't mean she has no needs. His needs.
Oh,
Needs
I
and
know
She's
needs.
a woman, Alan. How do you think you got here?
I know.
Test tube.
Um,
Oh, dear.
I think Sukumar should get the. Hey, Sukumar, before I introduce our first act, I'd like to ask you a question, maybe two. I don't know for sure. How many languages do you speak?
Roughly.
It depends on how well. I speak 3 languages
Really?
pretty well.
Uh-huh.
Another
Wow.
couple.
Then you throw in
Sort of
English. That makes
symmetry.
4.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Yeah, and I can understand another couple. So
What languages are they?
I can speak English, Tamil, and Hindi. There are other related languages I can sort of speak in a
Sort of
pidgin
pidgin way?
fashion without, as long as I don't get into arguments, it's fine. So those are
Right.
Kannada and Telugu. And then I can understand Urdu and Punjabi. So
Can you read them also?
I can read Hindi very well. I can read Tamil if it's big and printed, and not the others.
Yeah.
What about your provenance? Are you from
I'm originally from South, so we speak Tamil, but I grew up in the North, so that's how I
okay.
used to speak
That's how-
Hindi. So.
That's how Tamil and Hindi both got in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a crazy mix-up.
What would you say Why am I doing this? This is supposed to be.
Well, I have a question for Ask an Indian, if that's all right. Do we say
Wow.
happy
No, I'm
Diwali?
sorry. This is
Right.
this is Ask an Indian. This is not Ask a Native American.
Right, I know. Thanks for cluing me in on cultural differences, Big Dog.
So
Do we say happy Diwali? Because
yes, you do.
Facebook
And
planner had the holiday listed, and
yeah,
I was
it
like,
a couple
"There's
of days
no
ago.
way I'm going to type the words Happy Diwali in a scheduled post," because I was like, "That's just me Americanizing Happy New Year."
Aside from a nonsense syllables in a 50 a cappella song, what is Diwali?
Diwali is it's called the Festival of Lights. It is based on a mythological story of a king returning after 14 years of exile, and his subjects all lit up the way with candles and had firecrackers and stuff. So it you usually have a lot of firecrackers and lights and so on. So it's a fun festival.
It's good to know.
It's probably
I know
the
it
most polluting festival, but other than that,
sounds sarcastic when I say it sounds like a good thing, but it is a good thing. All right. So anyway, the show began with
Outburst.
probably the best example yet of one of our maxims here. You don't just laugh, you learn. And
Mhm.
in this case, we learned, and Chuck laughed because he knew that it would be hurtful to me.
Hey, Mike, do you have
And
brown eyes?
That's what he's learned.
No, I do not have brown eyes. I have green eyes.
You sure? Because you get so full of shit sometimes. I think
Oh,
Hello.
at the brown eyes.
Wow.
I was trying to be
No.
funny, you guys.
Oh,
Never
He
mind.
matches his eyes to his hoodie.
Yes,
So
perhaps that lack of respect for intellect is why you were still using stone tools when we came over from Europe.
Oh, let's not go there. Oh, Mike.
But
Wow.
no,
Ooh.
I'm merely speculating. That may not be the
In
reason.
any minute, he's going to be doing the tomahawk chop. So.
Oh, that's not a happy Diwali.
Mike, you heard about the
Yeah,
Cleveland.
that's not a happy Diwali, Chuck. Not at all. Cut you Wally off, maybe.
Oh.
I think
That's
they
it,
get less
that's
for that than they do
That's it for tonight.
scalps.
Thanks, everybody.
Just saying.
Thanks for tuning in.
Well,
I'm sorry, Sukumar. I don't want to disrespect your holiday.
no, look,
You already did.
there's
Oh,
no, that was not disrespect. What I did was disrespectful. That was me doing my intentional racist guy.
Is that what it is? That's your character?
It's a guess,
say-
it's a character. Yeah,
Doesn't say that on the box, but intentionally racist Mike Langworthy.
You know, you used to always, you know who you also say that, Mike?
What?
Hitler. It's just a character. Really like it. I'm doing a character.
It's true.
Don't say that about him.
Hitler.
Right.
Hitler gets a
And then
bad.
there's Polish Hitler, so I won't even get into that, but
Hitler.
that's another character.
Hitler. I'm sorry. That makes me laugh. You don't go any farther with that. But
Okay.
you know
Yeah.
how hard I laughed at that? You can only heard it. If you
Yeah.
add
Yeah.
I'm walking away. I'm just walking away.
it's okay.
Stop right there. Stop in the name of love
Yeah.
and comedy.
So I'm going to have to do the Heinrich maneuver on that.
Oh,
Oh.
It's important for me to bring up
The
first.
Himmler maneuver, is that what you said?
yeah. My pronouns are he, him, and Himmler.
Jesus.
My pronoun, Chuck. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. What are
The
you?
show's going right
gender-
down the toilet.
What are you? Gender phobic? German gender phobic. Hey, you can't just sit here spritzing off the top of your head every night and not hit a clinker once in a while. And I just did. I get that.
It does happen
I get it. I can't.
now and then.
I can't hope to match the mastery of the English language that
Mhm.
Ned Rice brings to the show every week.
Sure enough.
Yeah, if only that translated to humor. Now I'm gonna bring our first guest on. No, he's very articulate, and it was a
Mike,
compliment.
I noticed you took the hurting option instead of the helping option, and I was wondering why you made that choice tonight.
Fun, just for fun.
Okay, just for fun. That's cool.
It's just a thing. It's a thing that I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Paula Maddox on, and then Ned Rice after her.
Yay.
So,
I think people really can't feel the love in this show.
I'm numb.
well, numb is several steps up from dead inside. Take it from somebody who knows. Please welcome one of my favorite comics on the show, Paula Maddox, ladies and gentlemen.
Paula.
And before you start, let's make sure that Chuck is getting taped properly or recorded.
Oh man, I already forgot.
Well, I don't know if I want what I'm gonna say to be recorded now. See, I had a whole clean set, but then he started fucking with me, and now I'm like, do I fuck with him back or? I'm thinking. But you did do the traditional white man thing, and you caught me off guard calling me up first. But I'll take the bullet. I could do it. Only chicken and sausage.
I'm trying to do you a solid because I've made you go last so many times. That's what's going on.
The one thing I like about you is you've always kept me on my comedy toes. I don't want to get sentimental about this fucking mic yet, man. I'm gonna hold that shit until next week. You're all right. I've been around other old white man, he ain't something special. I mean, you fucking are. I can't even fake it with you, Mike. That's fucking getting soft. Getting soft.
My wife was
I am partial to white guys. My dad's one, so
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So for the people who don't know, I'm Native American. I like to surprise people. Yeah. Woo, pop-up savage. Sometimes it has that reaction. And then sometimes they reach out for my hair. Don't fucking touch my hair. I may not look full-blooded, but I'll fucking get you just the same. Like stay away from the fucking hair. It's a weird thing that they go after the hair. I don't know why. But anyways, yeah, I'm Native American. I'm really good at assimilating. There's my white side and my Native side. Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the very, very cool things from transgenerational trauma. I'm good at that, and I'm good at hiding in plain sight. Yeah. It's all right. I do feel like I should say, here's a story of a Native lady who married a white man of her own, just like her mom, But I'm not a singer, and I don't know if that's more trauma than warranted,
That's the Native bunch.
Yeah, the Native bunch. Yeah.
Okay.
But my mom, we fought into the patriarchy. It's been a hard road. When we're just glad they stopped killing us and started marrying us. Really. Yeah, you can take out some of the trauma and turn it into treasure, and it's not too bad. Like we're still here. Still here. That's good. Our existence is a resistance. I've heard. It's Native American month, by the way. The whole fucking month of November. Like, really, you guys got to fucking do that shit? Not you guys, but the euphemistic you guys. Like, November? It's crazy. I had a white mother-in-law, too, because I married the white man. And she came from Scotland. And I thought she'd have fancy manners, because she was Scottish, But then I was just reminded that she's just where the original colonizers kind of came from. So, it's always going to go back to that. She can't help it. I can't help it. We just got to behave ourselves. But fast forward in the past to when we had our first Thanksgiving, and I invited her to come to my family's Thanksgiving. A little backstory. My husband and I eloped. And this is probably like 8 months into the family knowing that we had eloped. So it was shocking for both sides, but they all came together. It was going to have a great holiday like nature intended, But the night before, she called her daughter-in-law to bitch and moan about the things she had to go through tomorrow with Thanksgiving over at Drew's in-laws' house. And she keeps talking, and I let her talk for a few. She got me mixed up with the other daughter-in-law, the white daughter-in-law. Ooh. And as she's talking, I look over at my mom, and I'm like, you weren't exaggerating. Like, I thought this racist shit was just fucking, amplified for a good story. I didn't know it fucking actually existed, like, holy shit, because she said all the fucking perfect bad shit, you know. And then I told her, well, Mrs. Fox, I said, well, I only invited you because it's the literal reason for the season. You guys wanted it this way. We didn't, you know. Good times, man. I'm from that generation that you didn't look cross-eyed at your elders, even if you hated them. You know, you just were respectful. So was she, you know. So she showed up the next day and she brought some blood money with her. I didn't take it, but my husband was like, hey, take the check, take the check. I'm like, $1,500 is what she wanted to pay me to feel better about herself. That ain't changed neither, you know. God. Good times. No, but it's been fun being Native. I got to tell you, I've actually enjoyed it. We got some really cool things about being Native. You know, we got great jewelry. Yeah, it's just really a way to survive. But you can call it art now, I guess. You know, we got great medicine. You know, thank God they quit letting our moms do the engine doctor on us because that wasn't cool. You know, we have to go to the real doctor now, which is much more effective. No offense to my ancestors, but you know, you can only stick your finger down your throat so many times. It's hard. It's just hard. But my mom's the kind of mom that people wonder what a Native mom's like. Well, I say put all the ethnic moms in one room and then piss it off. That's a Native mom. I'm doing good though. I'm still around, man. You know, I'm still around. I didn't tell her about getting hit by a car twice on my bike in my childhood. Because I was afraid she kicked my ass for getting hurt, you know, like for not paying attention and being where I wasn't supposed to be, you know. And then one day she was listening to my sets and she heard this story about how I never told my mom about getting hit by a car because my mom was scary. So she almost kicked my ass at my age a couple weeks ago. That's fun, you know, like, man, thank God she's mellowed with age. Fuck. It brought me right back, you guys. It's been a while since she thumped on me. And I was like, whoa, ducked and woed, man. Ducked and woed. All right, well, y'all have a good evening. I appreciate you very much in the mic. And you guys know how I feel about you. I'll have a whole poem next week. So y'all have a good night. Thanks for everything. Thanks for giving me my free money's worth for a long time.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, lovely. First of all, and you reminded me of something. This is, I swear to God, not related to you at all, Paula, but it's something that I noticed going out to open mics in the Denver area. And I don't know how I'm going to make the real joke out of it, but you guys can put it all together because everybody on this mic knows me a little bit, which is there's been the gist of it is there's been a rash of deaths among the comedy community because they've started a new the rash of deaths by alcohol poisoning because they started a new drinking game that you take a shot every time a Gen Z comic says "you guys."
Uh,
A lot of times they don't make it through a show.
No.
Everybody, all the comics in the audience are in rehab by the time the show's over. Or the emergency room. Emergency room would be better. Like I said, I haven't made it a joke yet. But
You haven't even started, really.
no, I haven't really started. Hey,
No, you're
speaking of not really started, our next performer, and I use the term in its broadest possible sense.
wow.
Hey, we go way back.
Wow.
He didn't like me then, and he doesn't like me now.
Oh shit! Like when he was funny.
Oh God, we don't go back that far, Ned.
It was in the black and white days.
We don't go back that far, Ned. I stopped being funny before I ever met you. For a long time, I thought it was because of you. And
Didn't we meet when this was a radio show, Mike? Wasn't that?
There was a radio show. I had a radio show in college, but
It was on the wireless.
Yes, that's right. It's hard to do jokes in Morse code. Just
Two Dixie cups and a string. That's hard.
yes, 2 Dixie cups and a string.
Amos, Andy, Mike, and Ned was the name of the show.
What's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with that picture?
There go property values.
Here comes the neighborhood.
Wow, wow.
Here comes the hood.
Am I right? A lot of those jokes today. No way. No.
I guess the subtitle of that show would be Four White Men Playing a Mulatto, I guess, or something.
That's right. That's right.
Amos and Andy was played by, you don't just laugh, you learn. In fact, sometimes you don't even laugh, you just learn.
Madden.
Our next performer is the guy that I've been talking with last quite a bit. And
Through our attorneys.
well, yeah. Talk isn't really as accurate as communicate. But anyway, welcome Ned Rice, ladies and gentlemen. Ned Rice, come on, Ned.
Yay, thank you. Thank
All
you.
right,
Mike.
Ned.
Yeah. So
State got
excited.
beat by Purdue.
I'm sorry, what?
State got beat by Purdue.
Oh, I thought it was my turn. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Kidding. I love the fact that State lost. Listen, I'm so full of emotion about this. You're doing 2 more shows. Is that what's going on?
This one and next
Yeah.
week, and then we're gonna do something else. We're gonna have at least in
Comedy.
we do a mic.
Alan, up top.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
It's all right. If you could funnel some of that,
No, I was just
into
wondering,
it would be
It-
great.
is this going to be
Anyway.
like when the Judds announced that they were retiring and then they went on a 6-year farewell tour? Is that what this is
Yeah,
gonna be?
because we're gonna do monthlies. We're gonna do open mic potentially every month.
But I'm
Potentially.
This
we really
like,
love the people,
Is there-
and
Colorado comedy merch. Can I buy like Mike Langworthy gear? How far do you plan to take this fucking bullshit? We're resigning, we're retiring. This fucking crass bullshit scam. How long are you prepared to go with this?
well, we're selling Mike Langworthy hoodies for $45. I got one.
Oh,
now-
actually, it's with Mike Langworthy and Bruce Springsteen, I think, together.
I-
aren't
You're
they?
serious. And it means a lot to me to be. It means a lot to me that somebody canceled and I can be on these last 2 shows. That's
It's great.
right about
And,
here.
I like seeing how you wrote for this one.
Uh,
Anyway, go ahead.
oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
jealousy?
counterintuitive to think shitting on the host isn't going to be
Yeah.
counted against your time.
I just love that new bitter guy character you're working on. Here's the thing. I had the best Halloween this year. I don't know. Can I still talk about Halloween? It was so much fun. I had so many trick-or-treaters at my house. I actually ran out of razor blades. But luckily, sewing. But it's like there's 8 razors to a pack and 10 apples. It's like when you're buying hot dogs, like how many of each? It's hard to match them up. But
You're comparing apples and Gillettes.
that's what I'm doing, Mike. It's so nice to have a co-host.
Well, you do the premise. I'll do the jokes.
Oh, okay. Just like the old days. I actually do this when it's Halloween. I get like a wash tub and I fill it about halfway up with candy. And as each kid comes up to the door, I go, "It's okay. Put your hand in there. It's perfectly safe." And I'm telling you, it freaks them out. Nothing says Halloween to me like a kid in a torn Spider-Man costume sobbing uncontrollably. That's what Halloween is all about.
Bloody ass.
Damn it. As I say, my name is Ned Rice. You can follow me on Facebook, but you can't follow me on Instagram because I don't know what that is. Frankly, it's a mystery to me. I'm getting up there. Although I have decided to dip my toe into the waters of social media. Today I did it. I went out and bought a CB radio. So my URL is got my ears on, so hook me up, as the kids say.
10-4.
That's it.
10-4.
Nice, clean and green. No Smoky Bear out there. Anyway, so that's my I'm old thing. Oh wait, I'm still super old. I'm so old, folks. I'm so old they canceled my zodiac sign. That's how old I am. So old. My zip code is 7, folks. It's actually 7.
Really?
Rivers didn't like that joke either.
It's higher than your
so
social
old.
security number.
My social security, she did that one, yeah. Phyllis Diller did. They discontinued my blood type, so I've just sort of stolen that joke. But I'll tell you,
Who is
speaking of,
that?
my mother turned 95 this week. My mother's 95 years old. Still, please save your applause till the end. Sharp, no dementia. She is starting to lose her hearing though. She thinks I'm pursuing a career as a stand-up Canadian. So that's heard. And she's like, "Are you going to those Canada clubs tonight?" "Yeah, Mom, I'm going to go to the Canada." "Why don't you do that new blowjob joke? That'll kill." I'm like, "Mom, let me do my set list. Thank you." I just thought, you all that high stuff, maybe do something dirty, Mom, as a professional stand-up Canadian, oh, they're paying you now? Not really. So, we have fun with that. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, Superman is bisexual now. I don't know if you heard that. Please don't all go wild at once. That is true. Superman is bisexual. And they knew this. I knew this was coming because Perry White, the editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet, took Clark Kent off of the police beat and put him on the theater section. That's when I knew something was up. Too, right? But it's all changing. All the superheroes are woke now. Superman, Batman, Captain Anti-America. They're all woke, folks. They're all that third one made that up. So, but the good news, here's the good news. There's going to be a female James Bond. What do you think about that? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Female James Bond. We can call her Agent 0070% of what we would have paid a man. That's what that would be her name. A few differences there. The traditional male James Bond walked into a bar and the bartender said, "What would you like to drink?" And he said, "I'll have a dry gin martini with one olive, shaken, not stirred." Do you remember that? And female James Bond walks into a bar, the bartender says, what would you like to drink? And she says, "Oh, I don't know. What are you having?" See, it's different with women. They never. Okay, so you haven't dated. That's fine. They do. That's what they do. Female James Bond, she can jump out of a plane without a parachute and land safely. She can fight off a dozen thug terrorists with one pistol. She can defuse a nuclear bomb before it blows up the city of New York. But she can't parallel park, folks. She still can't parallel park because she's a woman, you see.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I get some Paulo's offended. That's fine. But the best part of the James Bond movies for me is when Q. You remember Q comes out and he gives some of the gadgets. Look here, Bond. This is not a fountain pen. This is a pistol. It's a pistol. You see. Now this is not a paperweight. It's a video camera. Now this ordinary looking object is not a key ring. It contains nerve gas. So he gets us a little. I think most of them got him at the sharper end. What?
Right.
Sorry, my
Wait,
fault.
Zoom apparently made a Zoom
Why
made
did you
it.
stop recording me?
No, it's an automatic thing.
I thought it was going well.
No, it's not. It's an automatic thing. It's just a program.
I
It's
get
part
it.
of the Zoom.
I'm being censored. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
This is the First Amendment thing now. That's what's going on.
That was Hal going. I'm not recording.
Sorry, I didn't know it was going to do a thing. Sorry.
All right. No, this won't count against your time. Whenever you're ready to start, go ahead.
You know what, you guys? If I were you, I would do one more show and then call it a day. I really would. So much fun. This has been so much fun for you.
It has.
I
And
think
for you.
I
Come on.
can't really top the your recording has ended, lady. So I think I'm going to call it a set. Thank you for listening.
Oh,
And
Dad.
enjoy the rest of the show.
Wait, I want to know what QAnon said there. I mean,
Oh.
Q.
QAnon.
Sorry. Sorry, I meant Q.
Here's my membership card. Now, Q would say to the female James Bond, "Now look here, this cashmere sweater has poofy sleeves." And she said, "What else is it?" "Oh, nothing. It's just a cashmere sweater. I thought it would look nice with that brown skirt you have and those boots." You see, because she's a chick, Alan.
Ah,
Chick.
I
That's
see.
what it comes down to. It's about her being a chick and me not.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Thanks for
You apparently being a fashion designer.
that was so worth the effort. That was so
You know,
worth it.
really, it really was. I was on tenterhooks the entire time.
Okay.
Well, you're calling it a set for real?
I gotta go. I gotta get up early and teach the youngins. But
Okay.
thanks for letting me bomb. It's been a pleasure.
Teach
And,
our children well, as Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young would say.
no,
And thank you, Ned Rice.
thank you all.
Give him a round of applause as if we were.
Ned Rice. All right.
And thank you. Good night.
Yes. And as Ned has heard more than once in his life, all rise. Our next performer. I wonder who our next. You know what it is? It's going to be Jeffrey. I'm not even putting him in the chat tonight because I'm smelling the barn. I'll be honest with you. Our next performer comes to us all the way from, I guess you call it America, Toledo. Jeffrey Burden II, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I know I did not wait for an applause to start. I did not do that. I was not. No. And I was just waiting for somebody to joke around with me with what I just said, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No. Nobody's chiming in now. That's all right. Hi, everybody. Yes, this is Jeffrey Bird II from Toledo. Hey, Toledo is named after a city in Spain. Did we know this? Yes.
Oh,
No,
That's right.
I did not know that.
Toledo. I think that's, I don't know. I'm not a native of Spain. If you couldn't tell, I don't know how they say it. And I'm just being goofy, guys. What can I say? Sometimes it's like, what the hell am I doing? I'm just being goofy. There you go. All right. And I really appreciate being on the show. It's a good time. I hope to be on future shows, and I'm already crushing it. It's amazing. I can feel it. I can feel it, guys. Anyways, I'm an Air Force veteran. Everybody, I'm an Air Force veteran. I'm a huge Superman fan. I hate to fly. Not the best flyer. I don't know how that works. But in basic training, they stress ironing your underwear. It's very important to have your clothing look crisp and symmetrical and whatnot. And you could flunk out of basic training if you didn't do it right. It's a little. I don't know how important this is. It's amazing to me. Shots are being fired, explosions are going off. It's like, we're being attacked. It's like, what's the status of your underwear? Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. That question would be more appropriate at the debriefing. Okay. The debriefing.
Debriefing.
Yes. They would tell us Mickey Mouse. They would, the training instructors would sort of explain how your drawer is supposed to look, and Mickey Mouse is supposed to be able to walk, if you can pretend that Mickey Mouse is living in your drawer, that he's supposed to be able to walk down your underwear, walk down and back up, and I don't know about you, but I don't want anybody walking on my iron clothing. I have a big problem with that. Huge problem. Just don't. All right. Well, anyways, you guys, we're watching Dogs for money, and my wife and we're both college grads. We've got loans to pay off, and I took a dog for a walk the other night, and it was a beautiful walk. But take a flashlight if you go for a nighttime dog walk. The dog I was watching, she pooed, and I couldn't see to pick it up. True story. No shit. Yeah. Right. Yes. I I don't know, you guys. I'm hanging in there. You know, I went to college for a very long time. A very long time. I picked education because my sister she's got 9 kids, 9 children. Okay, and incidentally, she doesn't have a uterus. That's gone. That's out of the picture. It's bye-bye to the uterus.
Wow.
No, I just thought, you know, I love kids so much. I'll major in education. And in a very expensive way, I realized that that's not a good reason to teach other people's children. Really, it's not at all a good reason. It's a very expensive way to subject yourself to other people's children. And yeah, there's that. I don't know. You know, I go back to thinking about my sister. You know, you talk about needing money, just needing money, you know, for food, clothing, psychiatric treatment. There's that too. You're going to need it. You're going to need it.
All the necessities.
All the necessities. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to call it there, everybody. And my name's Jeffrey Bird II. You've been lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, let's hear it for him. Jeffrey Burden, working to get all the necessities of life. I think that's a good thing. You know, I'm starting to get a little nostalgic about this all of a sudden. And I'm not that kind of guy. I know you can't tell from the kind of hyper emotional persona that I create for this show. But, yeah, I heard
Good
that.
at fooling yourself, though. That's
I heard
nice.
that contemptuous laugh from Paula. At any rate, our next performer is going to be Alan Enlow, and I look forward to hearing what he has to say. Apparently he's on his way to a protest. He's getting his sign ready. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm getting vertigo. Would you just stop? Pick a place.
Well, if you give me a little time to get ready, I was seated, and I have to do. This is called stand-up comedy. I'm going to stand up.
Oh, are you? Are you standing up
Yes.
then?
I'm actually standing
Don't
up.
get hit by that trolley.
Yeah. He's got so much metal in his body.
All right.
He got hit by a trolley, it would go clang, clang, clang.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello.
you don't
Clang,
get a
clang, clang goes the trolley
no.
victim. Hold on.
You don't get an oblique Judy Garland reference in every show. Anyway, Alan Enlow, give him a big round of applause.
All right.
Yeah, Alan. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Chuck was looking for any excuse to sing a musical there.
It's my Carol Channing time. You should clang, clang, clang goes that trolley. Hold on.
Oh my God. All right. Well, that's it for me. Thank you. I'm just going to just going to point to people and you do your quick impressions. So, Chris Watkins says, wow. Okay. So yes, here I am in Brooklyn. It's always good to be here. That's from Brooklyn. I'm coming to you live from the where everyone thinks that the middle finger is the state bird. That's Brooklyn. And we have a lot of old timers here. And I know I've got the old set back here. We do have a lot of old timers here, not from that far back, but and the old timers here all seem to have those, you know, crunchy noses and the raspy voices. Even the women have those voices. You know, they're like, "Hey, buddy." There's a woman across the street that yelled at me there. She said, "Hey, buddy, you got a light? Got a light?" I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't smoke." She says, "No, I don't need it for smoking. I just want to burn down my building, collect the insurance. You know, try to keep that on the QT." Yeah, well, that's going to be difficult when you're yelling. But I have a new neighbor in my neighborhood now. It's a new neighbor in my neighborhood. It's Lars, who lives next door. Is a Swedish guy. And you ever notice that Swedish people, when they talk, they sound like they're talking backwards? So every morning he walks by my building and goes, "Yes, yes, and I thought, yes, yes, yep." And I'm like, "Lars, I don't speak Swedish. Could you explain what you're saying. Is, oh yes, what I'm trying to tell you is that you're my new best friend. Yes, sure. And I somehow didn't believe that that's what he was saying. So I recorded him secretly and then I played it backwards. And what he really said was, Paul is the walrus and you can suck my Swedish meatballs. That's what he was actually saying. Not something funny, but it was just what he actually said. I wanted to translate that for you. Yeah.
What you're saying is he actually said.
Well, when I played it backwards, it did. Now,
Yes, right.
Lars also speaks Japanese, which is a good thing because I was wearing my Japanese T-shirt that I have from my dojo where I take karate, and I couldn't read it, which is kind of stupid because I see Japanese people walking by all the time going laughing. So I asked him, said, Lars, can you read this for me? He goes, of course I can. What it says is, Paul is the walrus and you can suck my sushi meatballs. Yes, sure. Okay. 2 strikes. But I'm going for the 3rd one. But no, you know what I love about this neighborhood is we have a guy that talks to himself. Of course, in New York, every neighborhood has their talking icon. In my neighborhood, it's Talking Tony, and I really like him, but he's been repeating the same thing lately. He walks underneath my window at like 3 a.m. and yells out the same thing. He goes, President McKinley used his teeth in a jar by the window. Why? And he did that for like 3 nights in a row, and I couldn't take it anymore. Finally, I stuck my head out the window. I was like, dude, the reason President McKinley used to keep his teeth in a jar by the window is because he gave his wife oral sex and she likes it that way.
Yeah.
And he thanked me. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Glad someone thanked me. Anyway, Brooklyn is a fun neighborhood. It really is. For some reason, people can be a little abusive. There was a homeless woman passed out on my stoop recently, and I called 911, and the EMT guy shows up, and he starts to berate me. He goes, buddy, let me ask you a question. Did you ask this woman if she was okay before you called us? And I said, well, no, I kind of thought that was your job. And I could tell he didn't like that. So I hurried into my building. As I was walking in, I was thinking, well, this is perfect. If the EMT guy beats the crap out of me, I can dial 911 and he'll already be here. Let's all hold hands. What a wonderful world it could be. Yes. Joe Biden seems to be getting creepier and creepier. Just passed the infrastructure law or the infrastructure bill. And I don't know, why does he whisper everything? That's right, kids. We just passed the infrastructure bill. So come in the corner and I'll let you look at my infrastructure. Yeah. Yeah. I've also got a bipartisan lollipop. You can suck it like a donkey or an elephant. Yeah. Yeah. Trump, I wish he would just go ahead and get out of politics and go ahead and make his reality show. That's what he wants to make. And yes, it's the Me Show, starring moi. That's Spanish for me. Mitch McConnell, yeah, still sounds like Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, that's right. Every time I tell a lie, a Republican gets his wings. That's right. Yeah, yeah. People always say he looks like an old snapper turtle, and it's appropriate because he's so greedy. He snaps everything that he wants. And, oh, look, there's some money for the unemployment. I think we'll just take that for the Republicans. Ow. Oh, look, there's another fly on Mike Pence's head. I'll just take that for myself. Ow. Oh, look, there's Joe Manchin's asshole. I need his vote. I'm going to have to bite it. Ow. But luckily, I have my daughter, who is my social justice hero. She's a millennial, and she always keeps me on the straight and narrow. Although sometimes she goes overboard, takes that social justice up a little too far. We went to a movie premiere recently, and there was a young kid in the film, and afterwards he was answering questions at the Q&A, and he happened to be black. And I thought he was so eloquent, so I turned to my daughter and I said, "Wow, this kid is so well spoken." She jumped on my ass. She was like, "Oh my God, Dad, You can't call a black person well-spoken. That's racist. And she's right. If I had said he was well-spoken because he was black, but I said he was well-spoken because he was a teenager. Because I don't know about you guys. Like if I had made a major motion film, picture when I was a teenager, I wouldn't have been able to talk at all. I would have been so nervous. I would have sounded like somebody who just had a lobotomy. It's like, hi, my name Alan. I was actor in movie, said a lot of big words, but now I have to go to the John, Paul, George, Ringo. I like the Beatles. I like spiders too. That's it. Thank you. Good night. But luckily, I didn't make that major motion picture as a teenager. Now, I'm so stupid. I put the timer up here, and then I don't bother to fucking press it. So I don't know how long I've been doing.
Why don't you just hit 6 minutes?
Okay, all right. So
I let you go. I let you go a little bit because.
All right, so I'll wrap it up with a 10-minute bit.
We don't get an Alan Enlow on the show every day.
Thank God for that. All right, so I'm gonna end with a little 2-minute song. It is 2 minutes. I know I'm gonna go way over time, but so let's everybody. I'd like to take you downtown right now, take you underground, and climb aboard the subway. That's right. I'm your host, Marvin Gaye, LGBT. And this week we're going to be riding aboard the BM train. That's right. It smells bad, but our first guests don't. Please welcome Melvin and the Shy Lights. Ooh, ooh, baby, I just dim the lights. I'm feeling you, you're feeling me, but something just ain't right. So scoot your booty over, stop being so goddamn nice. Tonight I don't want a sweet talk, I just want to fuss and fight. I want some bang, bang, angry makeup sex. So come on, my biatch, and hit me with your best. Take it, Scotty. Tell me that I'm lazy. Tell me you're upset. Bring up my shitty history from the first day that we met. I stink, I suck, ain't got no job, eat Cheetos like a hoe. So hit me with that frying pan and roll me on the floor. I want some bang, bang, bloody makeup sex. So be my Muhammad Ali, and I'll hit that G-but yes. All right, folks, that's it. Our special guest next week will be Tina and the Turnstiles on the Soul Subway. And don't forget to wear your mask. That's it.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Alan.
All right, Alan.
Sadly, in order to keep the show on schedule, Sukumar, you have 1 minute. No, I kid. It's just tell you, next week is going to be your last chance, Alan. If you don't come in on time next week, you're not performing on any more of the weekly shows. Oh, wait a minute. There aren't any more weekly shows. Okay. Sukumar B.J. Bhagavan. You don't need me to kick around anymore. So let's bring Sukumar up here. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. I often feel I'm too old to start as a stand-up comedian. And that's why I like this open mic a lot, because watching Mike, I learned that it's never too late to begin. But it seems that as you grow older, the things you can talk about keep diminishing. Now that I've been doing open mics in person, it looks like there are only two topics that people talk about. It's either sex or dating. And I can't do either without coming across as a creep. And I haven't dated in decades. And the time I dated, women had to be accompanied by a chaperone. I once dated a Muslim woman who wore a burqa, and it was only at the end of the date I realized that I'd been talking to her back all evening. But let's see. but I'm on Tinder though, but because swiping left and right, at my age is considered cardio. So, but somehow, I find that female comics my age, seem to pull it off. And I guess it's because a dry vagina is much funnier than an enlarged prostate. And at my age, the toughest part of stand-up comedy is the stand-up part. But you sort of end with talking about old age problems. Like there is the age-dependent obesity problem. Not that I have that. I've always been in shape. The debate has been what that shape should be. And I've gone for an oblate spheroid. I recently read in the Economic Times that there's a war against obesity in America because people are too too overweight, and I think we need to re-examine what we call our various projects. It looks like when we bomb the shit out of other countries, we have names like Operation Freedom and Operation Red Dawn. Sounds like a yoga retreat. But when it comes to domestic issues, we are, it's always a war. It's a war on poverty, war on crime, war on drugs, and now it seems war on obesity. I wonder when we went from drug wars to fat wars. It reminds me of a few decades ago, if you remember, the Iranian clerics declared a fat war against Salman Rushdie. And I was thinking maybe all they were doing is, telling him is that, dude, you need to lose some weight. And if you've seen a picture of Salman Rushdie, you would know that they were right. Then there are memory issues, not to be confused with mammary issues. Considering my accent, you could mistake it. I don't have any mammary issues since I grew a pair of my own, but it's a problem. I go. It takes me 30 minutes to shop, but an hour to find my car in the parking lot, and it's become a big problem. So recently, I thought I would try word association things and just to remember. So last time I flew out, I parked my car at the airport, and usually I write down the row number, but instead I thought I would do some word association stuff. So I looked at it, and it was the row C3, and I said, yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan, so it's C3PO, and I can remember this. And so I didn't write it down. And 2 days later, I came back, I entered the parking lot, and immediately, what came to my mind was Star Wars. And I said, yeah, this is working. And then I spent an hour walking between rows R2 and D2. I think that's it. So I'll stop there. Thanks.
Hey. Oh, look at that. Look how easy it is to tell time, Alan. Oh, this was lovely. Thank you very much, Sukumar. And thank you for the mini tutorial on language knowledge in the subcontinent. I appreciate that. Not to mention a little bit of your own background. So we'll ask more. I'll ask you more questions later or next week when you come back. Alan, I'd love to have you come back week after next. Don't tell him. Right. Anyway, our next. Why would you do that? He's such a nice guy, and he's funny, and he comes in here and he can do impressions, which I can't do. Maybe I'm just jealous because he can do things I can't do.
That's it. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
And I can put a slide in the bit behind me, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I would love to see that happen.
All right. Well, we've got people coming. We don't.
Something's wrong with Chuck's neck.
Well, it's an occupational hazard for the gay.
I'm the victim of a mugging.
Are you really? He must have hit you on top of the head with a baseball bat because he took your neck.
Oh,
Oh, what? What? Look at it. For
And I
God's
don't
sake.
feel good about me.
He gave me
I'm one of
permission.
other people.
He gave me permission. He said, whatever I have to say about him to make myself feel better about me. So I just took him at his word. I'm sorry if that was
okay.
I'm not as sorry as I could be, I'll be honest with you. Anyway, an oftentimes guest here from Chicago. We've been away for a little while, but you heard that we were wrapping it up and he wanted to get in a couple of that's, I guess. So big round of applause for Raghu Adabatla.
Hey,
All right, Ragu. Yeah.
what's up, guys? I'm so glad I was able to do this tonight. Yeah, so my name is Raghu. A lot of people, they the first thing they say is, "Oh, you mean like the sauce?" Right? That's what they say all the time. "Oh, you mean like the sauce?" No, I don't mean like the sauce. I mean, I was born in India. My parents are Indian. If they wanted to name me a sauce, my name would be curry.
Hello.
Ned was talking about Halloween. Yeah, we have 2 kids, so we went Halloween. We did the trick or treating, but I took on a tradition from my parents. When they took me out trick or treating, and what I did was I sent our kids out to do the trick or treating, collect the candy, and then when we got to our place, we passed out all the candy they collected. So it great money saving trick there, and disappoints the children, but whatever. It's good stuff. During this pandemic, one of the things, of course, everybody working from home, right? Everybody working from home. A lot of people. Both my wife and I work from home. Which is the good part of that is when my wife comes off a work call, she's still in kind of like work talk, that doesn't go away. She sounds very professional when she talks. She uses words that I don't know, like she's a senior manager of project delivery. So she has a lot of technical words she uses. Like the other day, she was just talking to me and she said, "Look, honey, we should revisit the items that we discussed yesterday. I just want to make sure everything is in scope and you understand the process and the deliverable." I understood what she meant. Basically, I'm supposed to get the kids ready for bed and make sure all that's done. I knew what she meant, right? I knew what she meant, but I thought, you know what, this is really cool. This professional talk. So I thought I would do the same thing, talk in work terms and use words that I've never used before and kind of add my own, and I thought the best time to do this was later at night in bed. So I told her, "Honey, be prepared for a smooth implementation. My hardware and system is a little slow, but don't worry, I functionally tested it in the shower this morning. I promise you everything's going to be in scope. There might be a slight escalation, but I assure you that it will actually be a really quick deliverable." We went to a restaurant the other day, and by the way, we love eating out. Now, finally we're able to eat out. The other day, my wife asked me, "Can you take me to that restaurant where they make the food in front of you?" She likes those kind of places. So I took her to our kitchen and told her to make me some food. You got nobody like
How'd that go for you, Raghu?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Got a lot of arguments. And my wife is Indian, so arguing with an Indian woman is really difficult because it's like talking to a service representative on the phone.
Oh, wow.
All conversations are being recorded internally for training and quality purposes. It's really tough. The last time we were in a restaurant, man, oh my God, I had so many complaints because the food service was just so bad. So it's the last time I'm gonna do a self-service buffet. I might need to rewrite that just a little bit. I think that it's gonna work at some point. I'm gonna end on this. A lot of craziness in the world today. I think we should really care about each other a lot. Like I think there should be a lot more care in this world. I think we can really learn a lot from those people that care about my car's extended warranty. That's my time, you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Ragu.
Oh, by the way, you're saving me a phone call. I just wanted to let you know that we're about to foreclose on your college loans.
Oh, I forgot about that call.
At any rate, it was good, man. And it's rare that our next, and I believe, closing performer for this show is able to be here in time to see some of the other acts. But I'm glad she was, and I really look forward to hearing her. This is also doing stand-up. This is Danny Riedel.
All right, Danny.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God, you guys, I have been.
Wait, don't do as long as Alan, but you can go a little over 5 if you want. Do the last one. Okay, great. He was our middle headliner.
Famous last words. Okay, so today I have been tracking the price of Bitcoin all day today, and it hit an all-time high, and I'm tracking it, like, not because it affects me at all, but just because I am this close to being the first person on the internet to get a screenshot of it hitting 69,420.
Hello.
This close, man. Okay. On a less happy topic, I saw something on the news recently that really upset me. It's an interview with a former employee of Donald Trump who was discussing the terrible things that might happen if he gets reelected. And it just got me thinking about, okay, everything he fucking says is pretty fucking stupid. But then there's those little pieces of gold that are just injecting Lysol, yada, yada, yada. And I realized, I think why I have like a trauma response to this. And I realized why. It's because every one of those extra stupid nuggets of gold that comes out of his mouth is definitely something my mother has said after taking way too much Ambien and stayed awake. Without a doubt. Another disturbing thing that's recently occurred to me. Think about this. At some point in relatively recent history, someone thought it was a good idea to have child beauty pageants. Someone in the mid-20th century thought that putting toddlers in bikinis and making them play the Hunger Games was a good idea. And here's what really gets me about this. This person was then able to convince other people that putting toddlers in bikinis and making them play the Hunger Games was a good idea. No. This is not a good idea. This is a terrible idea. We do terrible things to children, you guys. And you know what? You know what happens? This is how we get supervillains. This is how we get supervillains. And I am Jewish. One of my people's supervillains is Marjorie Taylor Greene. And thinking about her, and I think about other supervillains, a lot of them have had like sympathetic childhoods. Voldemort, for example, sympathetic childhood. The fuck happened to Marjorie Taylor Greene? For fuck's sake, lady. Jeez. Like, okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene is the adult you would get if Jean-Benet Ramsey had lived.
Wow. Wow.
A lot of things make me really angry, and maybe that's why I used to drink so much. I am a recovering alcoholic, although I don't like that clinical term. I prefer the more flattering term inactive lush. To help with my anger issues, there's AA meetings. It's what I call putting fresh batteries in my vibrator.
Ooh.
In fact, I just came from an AA meeting.
You did.
Hello.
Overshare.
I want.
Now I get it. Go ahead.
Boy, this joke has a lot of buzz.
Whoa.
Oh, I want
A
you
lot
all.
of shelf life.
All right. Let her do her set.
I was gonna say, I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause for what terrific day drinkers you've become over the last year and a half. Yes, thank you. I was a champion day drinker, and let me tell you, you guys are freaking fantastic. Like, I was the kind of day drunk who would, I would go to work, have a fully functional day at work, and come home and get everything I got done. And you guys are getting day drunk and homeschooling kids. I mean, I could never, like, that's some champion day drinking. Seriously though, I used to actually bring water bottles full of vodka into my office. It was bad. I know, I worked in an office, but I would stash water bottles full of vodka in my cubicle, as one does to stay sane. But it made things interesting on office blood drive day.
Yeah.
Because it occurs to me that once that blood is out of your body, it's really not shit your liver can do to filter out the alcohol.
No.
And I just like to imagine how drunk the recipient of my blood was. Like, there's some poor guy having surgery. Let's give him a name. Let's call him Bob, right? And poor Bob is in the hospital. He's having surgery and needs blood. They think they're giving him type AB, but they're actually giving him type ABV. And just wakes up and just looks around the room. She goes, "This hospital fucking rules." Looks at all the doctors. You guys seriously are my best friends. But I feel like I owe Bob an apology though, because alcoholism is a disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
He definitely would have caught it from me. Holy shit. And that's one of the steps, right? I'm supposed to apologize. That pisses me off too, though. Why do I have to apologize for having a disease? I have literally never had to say to anyone, "I'm so sorry for that bitchy thing I said to you when I had the clap." God. Oh, I think I'm pretty safe from relapsing though. I can foresee really only like one scenario in which I relapse, and that's Bob's been bringing water bottles full of vodka to the office on blood drive day. I subsequently get like stabbed in a non-vital place on the subway or something and go to the hospital and need blood. And inevitably, what karma has in store for me is getting reinfected with my own alcoholism. But yeah, live and learn. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. And it's been great to be here. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Danny.
Ooh.
Yes,
One of
thanks
your-
to
one of your-
everyone, Danny,
One of your
including
cats is actually moving.
um,
One of her
yeah,
cats is
well, it's a real cat in front of the.
Oh. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. Oh, is Jeffrey about to leave then? Is that the deal?
A couple more minutes.
We haven't done our funny picture or any of the other. Did we have other stuff we were going to do, Chuck, or are we just rolling out?
We did a smiley, the silly photo.
Silly photo. Okay. So let's put it on gallery view, everybody.
all right.
And then Chuck, you may pick or you may choose the face or pick somebody to choose a face.
I like how the cat was going like this. So everybody do that one. I need this. And there we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
Paula was perfect. Perfect. She did the
Wait,
heart.
what was Paula just doing?
She
Was
just
that a
doing a
cat
heart with her face in the middle of it. It was great.
hole?
Self-love.
Well,
So
good
I
night,
need to go,
two.
you guys.
Hide in the chins, y'all. Hide in the
thanks.
chins.
Sukumar has to go.
Bye,
So
Sukumar.
see you guys next week.
Hi guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Good night, you
Love
two.
you guys.
Raghu, you too.
Hey, take care. Thank you guys.
Good night, Ragu.
I look forward to seeing what's in store.
Yay.
Okay, we'll keep you posted more or less. Keep you
Sounds good.
Can you